everyone, and welcome to Crafting with Soul. Today we're making stickers using the Cricut Explore Air 2 along with Cricut Printable Sticker Paper. So if you're interested, then let's go ahead and jump right in. The first thing that I am going to do is I am going to select this square right here, unlock the sizing, and I'm going to change it to 6.75 by 9.25. And the reason that we're doing this is because if you have any experience with the print then cut feature, then you know it's going to print out with a black outline. So that way your Cricut machine is able to read where the image is. So what we're doing is we're just creating this rectangle. I'm just trying to use my entire paper so that way nothing is going to waste. And I'll show you both of them. Just going to go ahead and resize these. And so you're able to see that this one does not have a background on there, and this one does have a white background. And I don't like to make them too big, so I'm just going to do the same with this one. So like I said, this one has a white background already. So if I was to put this over here, it's already going to print out. It's just going to cut out around it. If I was to do this one right here without a background, then it's going to individually cut each of the letters. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab my circle. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to go ahead and send this to the back. You can change the color to anything that you want. Obviously, I'm going to make it white because I am going to be making this into a sticker. So if you were to leave the circle gray, then that's the color that it would print out. I don't mind that it cuts out the little details on the flowers and the butterfly. So I'm just going to go ahead and fit it on there. And then the trick to doing the print then cut is just going down here and you're going to just flatten the image. We just made it into a sticker ourselves. So now when I print it out, when it goes to the machine to be cut, it's already cutting the circle because we put that background on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here. I'll make it a little bit smaller. I am going to show you guys the difference. There is an option when you guys do the print then cut to add a bleed. That can be really confusing at first because when you add a bleed, you're going to get the border of the image is kind of like bleeding. So we'll do one with the bleed on and then one with the bleed off. Another thing that I like to add thank you stickers. We'll choose this one right here that already has a background, this one right here. And we're just going to go ahead and enter the images. So this one, you can see it is a cut image. So obviously if we were to send this just as it is, it's going to go ahead and just cut it out for us. So I can change the color on here. I like how that looks better than the blue. Again, these are just little stickers that I'm going to eventually use. So for this one, we would just go here. We'll use a heart for this. I'll send this to the back and I'm going to actually just do the heart purple. And then what I'm going to do is I actually like how the letters kind of fit on here. So I'm just going to slice it. If you look at this, basically cutting this off. So the reason that I did the slice is just so that these little parts right here weren't going to be cut out. I want the solid heart. So I'll actually just turn this white. And again, you just flatten it. And that actually looks really nice. So I'm just going to put this here. And now for the next one, I'm actually going to show you guys one of the cool stickers that I recently made is using this little watercolor splatter. So what I'm going to do is I just went ahead and I got the watercolor splatter off of Google. So I just made sure whatever image I download from Google has a transparent background. So now what I do is I'm just going to put it on top. I want it to just pretty much cover the circle. I just want the solid circle to be cut out. I'm going to turn this white because I want the colors to be standing out. And now we're going to go to our text. And I'm going to use 2 different fonts for this. I obviously want the thank you to stand out a little bit more. I don't want anything too thick. You know, I don't want something that's a cut file. So what I actually do is I just filter my fonts into writing fonts. So I'll choose this cute little thank you. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull it out to the side and I'm going to reduce the letter space. For this one, I'll probably just use a regular writing font rather than cursive. I'll make this one, it doesn't matter what size it is. I can, make it this big so that way you guys can see a little bit better. But again, you just flatten your entire image together. And then I'll just size it. For the most part, I always do my stickers just 2 by 2. So this one, as you can see over here, everything is separate to be cut out. So what I would do is I would just select the entire image and just flatten it. What I also like about the print and cut and just being able to make your own stickers is, aside from doing like your own packaging stickers, you can also use them for like parties and stuff. So I think it's all just about, getting creative and what you'll use it for. So this other one that I'm going to show you guys is one that I just downloaded from Google. I was shipping out some glass, and of course, with this whole pandemic thing going on, it's not that easy to just order stuff online anymore and get it within a few days. And you can see right here, obviously we don't have to flatten it or anything because it's already just an image that we uploaded as a print then cut. Another sticker that I really like to use, and I'm just going to pull out my circle now, is a Happy Mail one. So I'm actually just going to type in envelope. And what I'm looking for is just a plain old envelope that kind of looks like this. Throw this one in there too, and we're just going to go ahead and insert our images. So obviously you see this one does not have a background. This one does. It does not really matter. And I'll duplicate my circle so that way you guys can just see. Send to the front. Okay, so my favorite thing to do with these is make some really cute Happy Mail stickers. And what I like to do with this one is sometimes the fonts that you see that are already on images, I actually like those a little bit better. So like this one is really cute. I like this Happy. And we're going to put this one right here. Again, the size of the circle doesn't really matter right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change Happy to purple. And we can also change the color of the envelope if you just want it pink. So I'm going to make this Happy just big enough to cover the entire circle, and then the envelope, it doesn't matter if it overlaps. So now what we do is we just flatten, and it's so cute. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. Maybe if there's another Happy. For this one I would probably use something more simple. So this Happy. And we're just going to flatten. and just leave it 2 by 2. And now the last thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to add these cute little Starbucks cup that I downloaded from a blog. They are probably just for personal use. So what I use them for is whenever I am mailing out a Starbucks cup, I like to include one of these. The final step is going to be getting rid of our square. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and hide it. And you'll see over here that everything is a print then cut. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight everything. And we are going to attach it as it is. So you'll see here that they're just attached together. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and continue. Send to printer. We're going to be printing two. One is going to have the bleed on so that way you guys can see the difference, and one with the bleed off. So I'm just going to go ahead and print it. So now that we have both of these printed out, you can tell that this one right here is the one that does not have the bleed on. And this one here does have it, and you can tell more on this little logo right here. That is what it'll look like when it has the bleed. It won't matter much because the outline is already white, just like this one as well. So if you're doing more like these, you don't have to do the bleed on. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and send it to the machine to get cut. So this right here will show you what the bleed kind of does. Like I mentioned, these were already white, so it doesn't really matter. But these right here gives you an idea of what it'll look like. Just has the full purple background. Just gives you a really clean look. So here is our final project. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think and what kind of stickers you'll be making.